Hello, Lander fan, and welcome back. And I'm sure you're wondering what we've been up to this week. So let's rewind time and have a look. Hello, Lander fans! Here we are in London. Hey, Gatshon, have you been thinking what I've been thinking?
I think this is what people hate about our generation.
No, dude, I don't think that we've been thinking the same thing at all, man. Anyway, what I've been thinking about is something a bit more challenging. Something that history greats have been consumed with throughout the ages. People from Socrates to Joan of Arc and even Stephen Hawking. What is that? Well, it's something that's key to all of us. How do you get people straight into playing a board game? Yeah, and this has been going round and round. So what we've had a look at is something that we might be a little bit innovative about, and this is a deck of cards that you will effectively turn over one by one, and they will help you set up and play the game. So woo! We really hope that this will help you if you have to go, for example, on a camping trip and you've got no power and you can't see the internet and you really need to play that game of Lander with your friends. Maybe you're in some kind of bunker. Maybe there's been a nuclear apocalypse. Not sure, but yeah, you're in a bunker. You need to play Lander. Again, no power, no technology, and you just have this weird thing where you can't seem to remember how to set up the game every time you play it. Well, here we go. We're going to have a deck of cards in the game that will enable you to do this. Now, one of the things that we'll also be doing is working with the people at Dized to bring you the game on an app, so that you'll actually have something that will step you through while you are connected to the latest technology. So this is something that will probably be in discussion with you as we progress. And of course there will be YouTube videos. I'm sure when we get close enough to the point where we've got a finished product, we'll be making how to play videos and helping you that way. So we're going to provide you with 3 different ways that you can interact with getting into the game, learning the game, and in that process we have decided on a philosophy for our rule book, and that philosophy will be that we're going to use it as a reference manual so that you can get into the game quickly and then refer to it when you have questions, rather than have to laboriously flick through and read every word in detail. We want you to be able to come up with a topic and get there fast. So woo! That's something that we've been thinking about for you. Now, on the lines of philosophy, I'm not sure if you know the word and its derivation. Well, it actually comes from ancient Greece, and it's broken down into 2 parts: philo, Sophia. And the first word, philo, is like the very finely layered pastry, and Sophia being the owner of the fine patisserie branch of Athens back in the day. And she used to make these wonderful cakes, and the famous thinkers of the time would go and munch on them, maybe with some little chopped pistachios, something like that. And what actually happened is that it was like, what are you up to? I'm eating my philo Sophia. And somehow over the depths of time, that famous brand of patisseries got wrapped into being associated with deep intellectual thought. So yeah, a little bit of a history lesson there for you. But why is this of interest? Well, and here is the cunning thing. If you are interested in making a game and you're following along this series to learn some of the little nuggets of information that we've got for you, then you might be interested as to what's gone on with our journey and why philosophy has been so important. And it's not necessarily the deep intellectual thought itself, but more a situation of, if you've got an overarching theme that you want to stay true to, then it's really great to write that down and then keep coming back to it every so often and really finding out, is everything that you're doing in alignment with that common theme? Now, what happened for us is that we wanted to create this near future theme and make it quite accurate and scientific. However, in that process, we were in a situation whereby, through the research that we did in finding accurate names and descriptions for the various things, we found that it didn't really work well when we went through our game testing. And the reason being is that we played with people who spoke different languages, and they found it perhaps difficult to interact with the game if English was their second language. And also, if people aren't so, keen on the science, then we're in a situation whereby they didn't kind of gel with it. Now, when we went to our philosophy and we decided to change that style, it had these huge ripple effects for the game. And what we found was that in going to a simpler form, then we're in a situation whereby we really started to understand what we wanted to get across and make it easier. So we worked with the graphic designer to come up with how we can make the flow of information in the game work for you, and then the artist, so that we could adapt the colours of the characters to keep in consistent theme with that overarching philosophy. So this is just one little nugget that might help you if you're thinking about making a game, or if you're just generally interested in our story. If you'd like to help us with our journey, then please share all of these videos and posts and blogs with your friends, and hopefully they'll be interested in the Lander universe too. Until next time.